throwing to the back of the end zone. It's broken up. Incomplete, and the Cats have won the game.
That's a big-time play in the back of the end zone.
With head coach Richard Rodriguez, the Wildcats getting set for homecoming at Arizona Stadium. 6:30 kickoff with the Washington State Cougars coming to town. We'll talk about that in a moment. But another impressive win on the road for your team, Coach. A lot of clutch performances. If you had to pick a player of the game, could you narrow it down to one guy?
Boy, it'd be tough. There's a lot of stressful moments. Certainly Colin made a big play at the end and played really well, made a lot of plays for us. Khalil made a lot of plays for us. Zach Green did a great job. So it was a gritty effort. We knew it was going to be a battle, and it kept going on and on. But every win's a good win, especially on the road. What does it say about some of your guys? You mentioned Zach Green, perfect example where maybe wouldn't have played a lot if not for a couple of guys being out, and I'm talking about Zach, and there's other guys that stepped in to help the team win. Like Zach in particular, we've had confidence all year. I mean, he's a senior that's done his part throughout his entire career, and whenever we needed him to fill a role, he did, and he's had a bigger role because of what happened in that game. He did a great job with it. But you even look at a guy like Jarius Wallace that was playing a little bit on special teams, but because of an injury and because of a situation, guy getting kicked out, all of a sudden he's thrust into a big-time role. And even though it wasn't all perfect, he really competed and played well, and that's kind of neat to see. Pac-12 Player of the Week, offensive side, again, is Khalil Tate this week. What did Cal try to do to slow him down? Well, everybody's going to be aware of quarterback run, but we've always had the quarterback run game as part of our offense. The biggest thing for Khalil is, every game is going to be a new experience about how teams are going to play coverage-wise. Certainly he's going to get a lot of attention, and that hopefully opens some other things up for him. What I've been most proud of is that, in the games he's been really calm and he's seen the field, and even when things don't go the best or maybe he could have made a better decision, he's recognizing that, and that's part of his growth as a quarterback. Again, he just turned 19. It's only started a couple games, and he'll keep getting better. Right. The defensive player of the week in the conference is Colin Schooler, and he gets a lot of credit for that last play, but also can you talk about the 15 tackles he was supposed to? Yeah, he was all over the place, and again, he's a young guy. The thing we like, he has got a natural feel for the game. Obviously, football is really important to him, so for all those young guys, I think they'll continue to grow. But he understands the game a little bit and recognizing they put a double move on that play in overtime, and which is a really neat play for them to run. But he recognized it right away, and he made a great play on the ball, and he's really active. And he's got a sense of awareness that most true freshmen wouldn't have. All right, the air raid offense comes to town on a Saturday night. What's your assessment of this year's Washington State team? This is the best team they've had since we've been playing them, and they're always good on offense. And with a fifth-year senior guy that's good as Luke Falk, they're going to be good again. But their defense was been most impressive. 10 starters coming back. They've had 2 shutouts already. They're active. They're physical. They run to the ball, and I've been really impressed. The one game they lost, they had 7 turnovers. It was one of those nights where nothing went well. But very, very good football team, deserving of a top ranking, and we're going to get their best shot on Saturday night. All right, Cats and the Cougars, homecoming. Hope to see you at the stadium. Kickoff set for 6:30. When we come back, we're going to meet Shawn Poindexter. He had a big catch Saturday in Berkeley right after this.
Don't miss the next Arizona home football game Saturday, October 28th, when the Wildcats host Washington State. It's the U of A's 100th homecoming football game. Several special promotions are planned, and one fan is going to have a chance to win $1 million. It's also a red out. Wear red. Get more information and buy your tickets at ArizonaWildcats.com/FB or call 621-CATS. Be there and wear red. Time to meet your Wildcats, and we're visiting first of all with senior wide receiver Shawn Poindexter, one of the taller wide receivers on the Wildcats team. And Shawn, talk about that. I mean, you've got height. That's always a valuable part of being a wide receiver. How much does that play into your game? How important is that, your size?
It's pretty important, especially when you get man coverage. I get to use my size to my advantage against other DBs. It's harder for them to go through my body to deflect a pass, and it's also harder for them to stop me at the line. So it definitely plays into a big role during the game. And then also we just put the jump ball in too, so that's nice down in the red zone. So hopefully we can use that this year.
Okay. So for someone that doesn't know Shawn Poindexter, Who is he off the football field?
Oh, I'm just an 11 guy trying to make a difference in the world. So, I love working with kids, and, I love meeting people and conversating with them and just finding out who they are.
Okay. So when football's over, what do you want to do with the rest of your life?
I want to work with at-risk youth. Right now, I'm working with this company. It's one-on-one mentoring in Tucson, Arizona. So I want to go somewhere in that avenue.
Excellent. Okay. Best food since you moved to Tucson. What's your favorite?
Well, Fleming's was pretty good. That was one of my favorite. But I just found out Baja Cafe has a really good breakfast. So that's my favorite right now.
Got to hit that. Okay. Your number 19. How'd you choose that?
I looked up to a guy named Gary Ross when I was a sophomore in high school, and he wore number 19. And I hadn't really played football, but when I decided to play, I was like, okay, I'll just stick with 19.
Okay. If you weren't playing football, what sport?
Basketball for sure.
Did you play that much growing up?
I did. I played since I was 8 years old, actually, until I was a senior in high school.
Okay. Best vacation spot you've ever been to?
I went to New York in January. Me and my girlfriend went out there, and that was probably the best time I've had on vacation.
See a show? And
we went to a comedy cellar downtown, and then we hit a couple dive bars, and we got to see all the sites like the World Trade Center. We took the ferry to see the Statue of Liberty, so it was really cool.
All right. He is Shawn Poindexter, senior wide receiver for the Wildcats.